adding depth into your world by adding situations today on Dungeons and Taverns. Hi, I'm Saul Sunforge, and this is Dungeons and Taverns, a place you can come where you can get 20 years worth of DM experience laid out for you for your tabletop needs, whether it's as a player or as a DM. I offer character creation builds as well as maps and computer games. If you're looking for a campaign, the Dirty 20, which we host on Roll20, me and my friends over from D Live, which is a streaming website somewhat like Twitch, we get together and we play games, and it's been running for about 4 years now. So if that's something that interests you, you can watch that here as well. If you haven't been subscribed, go ahead and consider subscribe after the video is over. Thank you so much. In tabletop gaming, we tend to go from set piece to set piece, from baddie to baddie. And there's very little things that happen in between. You might have a few sessions where somebody's talking around the campfire or something like that, very basic. But for the in between moments, there really isn't much. And I feel like a lot of game masters are missing out on a lot of depth that they can add into their game by adding in something called situations. And just like real life, a situation would be, for instance, an old lady is at the market, and she is going to purchase her rations for the day, some groceries, some fruits and things. And along comes a cloaked, masked figure, and cuts her coin purse and runs away. And the party happens to see that. Well, that's a situation. You can add those types of things into your campaign, so this way it adds little moments to make your world seem more alive and not just responsive to the party, but things are going on beyond the party and beside the party and along with the party, not just for the party, if you understand the difference. Another situation, and this is a situation that I use in the campaign that we're currently running, the Dirty 20, which you can watch here on the site. I highly encourage it. It's pretty good, especially the new stuff, but you can watch the old stuff, and I haven't separated. But Gilawin, the character, he plays Asgrim. He was in the town of Coventry, and he happened to see smoke in the distance. And so he ran to the smoke and found out that some thieves had used incendiary or explosives to break into the bank, and they were trying to get away by horseback. Well, Asgrim sprung into action and casted, wall of fire to spook the horses and things like that. But that's a situation that's just added in there, and it makes the world come to life. Not all situations have to be bad situations either. You can factor in where the locations are. If they're hostile, you can factor in the time of day. You could factor in the seasons even if you wanted to. But each situation doesn't even necessarily have to be hostile. It just adds extra layers into the game that there are situations. You can factor in the time of day, factor in where the party's at. If the party's at full health, you could factor in the season even, or what's going on politically around the world and how affiliated the party is. You could take in different factions, rival factions, or rival parties even. Factor those into the different situations that happen. And your situations can happen in town, and then situations outside of town are essentially random encounters. It's just that they're not, for sure going to have a fight involved. They might, if you have, say, opposite political allegiances, and your party is going down the main road, and a caravan that's covered up with leather, a heavy leather over the back of it, so the party can't see what's going on, and the driver kind of is acting hostile to the party and then asks their allegiance, and as he steps down from off of his coach, he steps down and there's going to be trouble, and then he gives like two taps on the side of the coach, and out comes 6 men fully armed in plate or something like that. That's a cool situation, and that's don't overuse that exact situation. But of course, you have my permission to use any of the thing I say to you. These are all to give you inspiration on your own, but you feel free to use anything I say. Off the top of my head, I'm going to see if I could give you some more situations, and feel free to use those as well. And then you'll be able to expand your ideas from those, hopefully. So, let's see. From the thievery section, how about a bunch of very wealthy nobles are getting together to hold a gala for an art exhibition. A very famous art and world renowned artist is in town, and his masterpiece painting is going up for auction. He's auctioning it off personally, and the painting gets stolen. That's a very nice situation there. It can lead to the discovery of multiple factions, even, or some type of political dynamic there. Oh, let's see. Maritime. Your transport ship going from one continent to the other, or whatever, one location to the other, has came across a vessel that is supposed to be just full of civilians. Basically, essentially like a cruise vessel. I think it's going with the wealthy thing again. And so your merchant ship, as you're traveling, comes across this wealthy vessel, and you know that it's supposed to be full of occupants, party goers. And the vessel, as you approach it, you don't find anybody on board. There's no noise. There's nobody, and it seems like the vessel is floating listless. You can or cannot add fog if you wish to. Okay, let's see here. Let's stay with the market theme. You're walking through the market, and you hear a crowd gathered together talking about how a certain merchant is offering very cheap goods. And then later on you hear about how that same merchant's goods are stolen. You're walking through town, checking out the local goods, herbs and spices. It smells wonderful. And you get to the town square, and there's a large crowd gathered. You break through the crowd to see what all the commotion is, and you find that there's a young boy who's up against the noose. That should be enough examples, right? And I'm sure if you have ones that you would like to share, go ahead and share them in the comments section. If you have examples that you want me to run in my current campaign, I'll be more than willing to do that, so you can see how I play it and how the players react. That sounds fun to me. If you're willing to do that, I am too. So leave it in the comments section. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and tell somebody else about my channel. Thanks. Have a great day.